Hello everyone. So today in this video I will present my Arduino based Simulink MATLAB model of solar tracker, a horizontal solar tracker. So for this project I have implemented a Simulink model and uploaded it into Arduino. So what is solar tracker? A solar tracker is a device that orients the solar panel towards the sun throughout the day. So what happens is that when earth rotates with respect to sun, the position of sun with respect to earth changes throughout the day, as you can observe in day-to-day life. So if I have installed a solar panel and I want maximum efficiency, so I will want the solar panel to cross at least a particular threshold value throughout the day. And since the solar since the sun keeps changing its position with respect to earth, it is not possible unless I implement a device which rotates my solar panel according to the rotation of sun's position. So here is the circuit diagram for my solar tracker. Here in this circuit diagram I will explain how the connections has been done. Wait. Yes, so as you can see, this is my Arduino Uno board, and the 5-volt pin of Arduino Uno is connected with a servo motor, VCC pin of servo motor, 5-volt VCC pin, and the ground pin is also connected with the servo motor ground pin, and the PWM pin of servo motor is connected with pin number 10. So here we are using servo motor to rotate our solar panel. This shaft is connected with solar panel and it is allowed to rotate 180-degree, similar to the rotation of sun, which also rotates about 180-degree from west to east, east to west, sun's position. So, and this solar panel uh, adjusts itself by using the input of sunlight, which is detected by this LDR, which is mounted above this solar panel. So this light dependent resistor detects change in sunlight, because with change in light the resistance of this LDR gets changed, and if it is connected to the analog input pin of Arduino, the value of that input pin read by the Arduino will get changed. So here is a magnified view of this LDR, and you can see it's one of the terminal of LDR is connected with 5-volt pin here, and the other terminal is connected with a resistor 1 kilo ohm to limit the amount of current, and this pin is connected to once again to ground, and one pin across the LDR is connected to the analog input pin A1. So this pin detects the change in value of current which passes through this LDR when its resistance gets changed. on changing in the position of sunlight. So when this LDR detects a position change, uh, it means that when this LDR detects the change in its resistance, it allows the servo motor to rotate and find a position at which a threshold value has been crossed by this uh, LDR, so that at that threshold value my servo motor is programmed via this PWM pin to stop, to not move further, because that would be the position at which I will get threshold value of, or threshold value of sunlight, or maybe more than the threshold value. Okay, so for this model, let's see the Simulink model which I have implemented. So here is the Simulink model of my project. So as you can see, the pin 1 which was connected with LDR, this is analog pin 1. As you can see, if the input which is detected by the Arduino from A1 pin is compared with a constant value of 130, and if the input is not greater than or equal to this constant threshold value 130, then this will not provide any signal further. Means the value of this signal will be 0. Or if the input pin detects a value greater than 130, which is a threshold value which I at least want, then it will pass a true value which whose integer conversion will result in 1. So this is the data type conversion system which converts boolean value to integer. So if it is true, then it converts it to 1, and if it is false, then it converts it to 0. So now if it is 1, then this if block will not pass it, because here is the condition written if u1 is equal to 0. So if I want the signal to further pass, I want it to be 0. If this signal is 0, this means that the LDR reading, the reading at the pin 1 A1 is less than the threshold value, and at that point I am allowing my if action subsystem to pass a sinusoidal input to Arduino pin 10, which is connected to the servo motor. So the gist of the project is to pass a sinusoidal source value to servo motor to rotate it from -90° to +90°, unless or until a particular threshold value or more than that has been reached or read. So the servo motor will rotate until it's find that particular value of sunlight which is above than a threshold value. So this is the gist of this project. So now let us see the kind of signal I am providing. Yes, so this is a time-based sine type signal, and it uses a simulation time to generate signal, and the amplitude is 90, so it rotates the servo motor from -90° to +90°, and bias is 90. So it can be 0 or 90 or 180 or whatever you wish, because it denotes the initial position from which servo starts. It is according to your comfort. and frequency is 1 radian per second. It is a suitable frequency at which the servo rotates, as you will observe in the next video, in which I have demonstrated the physical implementation. And the phase angle is 0 and the sample time is 0.001. The sample time denotes the time it takes for the sine wave to generate one sample. So like if sample time is very low, then the signal is more and more continuous. If it is 0, then it is totally continuous, and if it is sample time is very high, then it means that it takes a large time to generate a particular sample, and therefore it is more discrete, less continuous. So now I have set my simulation mode to external. And by the way, this whole project has been created using uh, Arduino support package for Simulink. And this is much more intuitive than the Arduino software which is provided by Arduino, because you have to generally code a lot and write various conditions and various pin and think about various libraries, implement them. But here this is a standard servo input, a servo write, as you can already see here, and I just have to implement a model here, a block diagram which is easy to understand to implement my project. So at this point I will upload my program to Arduino. The system is so in a later video I have shown the physical implementation of the project, how after deploying this whole model to the Arduino, how it works. So you can see there. Right now something. So here I am deploying my model to Arduino here by using this option deploy to hardware, and now as you can see it is compiling. Now initializing. And now it is building a code to upload it to Arduino. In the next video you can see the physical implementation of this project.